Okay, Google, play some music.
Got it. Music on YouTube Music. Here you go.
Hello. Hello, Quinn. How are you, man? I miss you. I miss video games. Happy Tuesday indeed. What a whirlwind of a couple weeks it's been. Hello, Jazzy. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Oh dear, Brody, it is. Things are not good. Things are not good at all. I should have got a tripod, shouldn't I? I did not. I just looked at the time and was like, oh God, I'm late. I'm late that I have not canceled yet. So this is live. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Ken? How's it going? What's up, everybody? Hello, hello. Maybe I should go get my tripod. Hey! Oh, I hadn't seen what that looks like on this. We haven't done a mobile stream in forever. Oh, that looks a little weird. Why is that? Why is there a lineup? What is that? Who makes the stuff? Who made it look like this? Hi, monkey. Hi. I just groomed her as best as I could. What's this little girl down here? Hey? Hey, are we gonna have a story time about the little dog? Hey! Mugsy Mugs, how's it going, man? 18 months, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Brody, thank you. Thank you for the green heart. What does green heart signify? What's up, Otto? She's saying, leave me alone. Leave me alone, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Thank you. It's good to see all of you. So today's stream is gonna be non-gaming, obviously. I have not actually been in my office for a week and a half. Yeah, we don't go in there anymore. So today's stream is going to be, oh gosh, let's just keep you up here. It's going to be more of life update, story time about what the heck's been going on here and why I had to cancel the stream last week. If you did indeed pop into last week's stream, at the time when we should have been live, Poe was in the ICU. Well, yeah, Otto, so I just tried to groom her as best as I could, which involves a lot of cutting at this point, and I really need what are those man razors, the automatic ones, shears. Not for me, for the dog. If Daniel's here lurking, he'll be like, your beard doesn't look that bad today. He says that to me all the time. Let me see. Let's do a little apartment tour, because we never actually did any of those, and by apartment tour I mean not really. Gotta do this way. This is my messy kitchen, everybody. It has more stuff here now than it did when you last saw it. But it is indeed a mess. Absolutely a mess. Okay, we're okay. Clippers, yes, clippers. Tripod. I mean, dog is well enough that she is following me around, so maybe she wants to sit in here. She doesn't usually like it in here. The art I bought, oh yes, thank you. I also bought this. It matches. Every day she's shuffling. Not every day. Oh, we're getting to sit. Shouldn't have started, should have just done this broadcast from the main computer then. Is that gonna work? You can't see her, can you? Welcome to the floor. Is this, oh! Do you want to say hi? Does she want to say hi to the internet? can I do? I can. So, here's little Poe. And she's gonna eat that. Little Poe, not so little. She'll never top knot in. Little Poe is about 35 pounds these days. 35 pounds, so she's not that small. But we had a very scary, gosh dang it. We had a very scary ordeal that we went through last week, and that's why I couldn't stream. Does Poe love me? She is now giving me some indications that she loves me. My place reminds you of the inside of a shipping boat. There's a lot of random junk in my apartment, yes, but I hate plain white and all the walls are white, so I try to decorate it as much as possible. So, story time. Starting when I last saw you. What's up, Leif? So 2 weeks ago, Pope started acting funny. I first noticed it when we were out for a walk, and she loves meeting people on the street. And so she like did a little waggly thing and went up to some people, and they just like were petting her, and she started yelping in pain. And like they were not aggressively. They were, just petting her a little bit, but she was yelping in pain. But the second they pulled their hands away, she's like, "Oh, okay, let's just go." And like she didn't run away. She wasn't like, "Oh, you hurt me," whatever. She just yelped, and then it stopped. So that was a little weird. So that was Wednesday evening, about 5 o'clock on our nightly walk. And then Thursday, she stopped eating, she stopped drinking, and she slept for most of the time. What's up, Grant? And then she just started walking around moaning and just crying and just giving you that, like if you've had a dog who has gone through some stuff, the dog kind of gives you a face. It's like, I'm not okay. Fix it. So Thursday she stopped eating and drinking, but like she was up all night Wednesday fussing in her crate, did not want to sleep at all. And so I was like, okay, you're in a funky mood. Okay, you're fine. Leif, are you behind head? Are you behind? Are you slightly behind? So then Friday it keeps going, and it actually feels as though it's getting worse. So booked an emergency session with our vet, and went in and spent 3 hours on a Friday night with the vet. So we took blood work, we did full x-rays, we did 9 x-rays of this dog. $1,600 at the vet. And she was, when the vet moved her head up and down and side to side, she was moaning, and she was saying like, that doesn't, she just bit a hole in the baseboard. She's like, that really hurts. So he didn't really know what it was. We were hoping, what's up, Harvey? Hoping that the x-rays would give us some more ideas. Hey, do you want to see what she does underneath my desk when I sit in here, especially when I stream? That, excuse you, don't eat that. Vets need x-ray fingers. Well, fortunately he had an x-ray machine, so we took all the pictures, and then he looked through them and said, I don't see anything. So he said, would you like to pay an extra $300 and send them off to a radiologist? And I was like, yes, of course. Like, I want my dog to feel better. I don't care. So sent them off, and then it was just a waiting game, and I was told just take her home and just keep her comfy. But it's just a baby. She is just a baby. She is. Thank you for 37 months. Thank you. Quinn, just you wait. So let's just take her home. And Saturday it got worse. Sunday it got worse. And my vet happened to be closed this Saturday, and then he's normally closed on Sundays. And so it's 2 days. This is now 4 days she hasn't eaten. We're not sleeping at all. And she's just constantly just laying there moaning in pain. So first thing that opened Sunday morning, popped on a phone call with him and said, like, what the heck's going on? X-rays came back, they were clear. There was nothing in the X-rays. Blood work came back with high white blood cell count. White blood cells, yes. But that just indicates like there's some generic infection. It doesn't actually tell you what's going on. And so that's kind of when my vet got really worried and said, hey, I wanna take her to a neurologist. Because he was thinking at that time meningitis. Meningitis typically in dogs is extremely sore neck that you cannot move, and then they stop eating, they stop drinking, and like your brain. And meningitis is not good for dogs. And my vet actually just recently had a case of a puppy with meningitis. That is not a good thing for your dog to have. So my vet was concerned and was kind of saying things like, this is it. Like, your dog's host. So I wasn't doing so good. And then, so he tried to, meningitis is not good for anybody. Sorry. Not good for anybody, especially not good for a 6-month-old puppy. So he said, okay, neurologist will be able to tell us whether that's it or not. Okay, so he called a bunch of neurologists, and it was going to be a 2 to 3 week wait for us to go see a neurologist. Sorry, I'm missing one point. We were up one night that she was laying in my bed, and like, okay, so somebody was in here asking, like, does your dog love you? She started cuddling with me. A ton. And I was like, that's not my dog. Yes, all of this is wrong, but like, she doesn't cuddle. She was cuddling with me in bed one night. It was midnight, and she started breathing funny. She started panting and breathing funny, and I was kind of like shaking her, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? She wouldn't open her eyes. And like, dogs have like these eyelids, but also one of these eyelids. Would not open her eyes. And so here I am, midnight, like, is this my dog dying right now? Like, she's breathing funny, she won't wake up. I don't know what to do. I've never been to a dog emergency room. So I phoned my mother, who is a 3-hour adjusted time zone away, woke up my whole family and was like, Mother, how do you go to the emergency room? How do you do this? And she's like, honey, you just go. So I hung up with my mom and I phoned the emergency room. And they said, you can come if you want. Like, the lady was very pleasant on the phone, but she said, you can come if you want, but it will be a 4 to 5 hour wait. And I was like, if my dog's dying, you will see her, right? She's like, we triage based on how much they need it. What? Like, I get that, but like, I was actually freaking out. Like, this is it. My dog's gonna die in my bed, and now I'm thinking, like, what do I do? And through this whole, however long this is lasting, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because it took my mom a long time to like pick up the phone. And then Paul like just like rolled over and got up and was like, what? What's going on? How's it going? And she was just indicating like, I'm totally fine. So, okay, so we didn't go to the ER on Sunday night. And then Monday, called the vet, got the blood work, got the x-ray, everything looked fine. And so the vet was saying, okay, you need to go see a neurologist. It's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks. And my vet was saying, if it's meningitis, you do not have 2 to 3 weeks. You need to go now. So I went to bed Monday night with the direction from my vet to show up at the ER. We found an ER that has neurologists on staff. Go to the ER at 5:30 in the morning. Wait the 4 hours to get through the queue. Then we are there, and then we will for sure get a neuro consult that day. And so I had her bag packed, I had my bag packed, I was like ready to go. Fortunately, my vet was also able to call 2 locations with neuros who he knew, and they called me back and said, you can just come in a couple hours. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, because I didn't want to go wait for 4 to 5 hours in an emergency room. So we drove an hour away, because fine, if that's where they can see me and I do not have to wait 2 to 3 weeks. So we drove an hour away, and because COVID, You can't actually go inside. So I had a phone consult with the doctor, with Poe like and I sitting in the trunk of the car. And then so they asked all sorts of questions, and eventually we got to like, your dog has kennel cough and giardia, the other issues that she had been dealing with, all the stomach and gastro issues she had. And I was like, yes. So because she's technically infectious, they couldn't actually take her in the hospital. So a nurse came outside in the pouring rain and took my puppy to the back parking lot and said goodbye. She's like, okay, I'm taking your dog. We're gonna go sort this out. And so I've got this really sad picture of like Poe just walking away to the back of a building for some back parking lot. Poe didn't turn around. She didn't say goodbye. She didn't say anything. She's like, oh, this is somebody fun to go with. And then I just went and sat back in the car. Neurologist went out to the back parking lot, sitting in the trunk. No, I mean sitting in the trunk. So it was a big like SUV. And so to take Poe, I just put her in a crate and put her in the trunk. So we were sitting in the trunk. So neurologist goes out to the back parking lot. He takes a look at her. He comes back and says, yep, I'm also concerned, but she's being a pain in the butt. She's nipping. She's clearly in a lot of pain. We are going to fully sedate her and do a CT scan. And I was like, okay, fine. And they bring out the paperwork, and I'm like, just do whatever it takes to save my dog. And then I was told it is likely to be several hours. So you can go home, you can stay here. We don't know. Like do whatever you want. It's going to be several hours. So I went shopping to try to distract my brain from driving me crazy. You know the entrance to the Rainbow Bridge? Which Rainbow Bridge? Rainbow Road? Rainbow Road from Mario Kart? So went shopping, went to Quiznos, got a sandwich, and then sat in the car for 3 hours and scrolled on TikTok, going out of my mind crazy. Neurologist called me back and said he didn't think it was meningitis. And that was like the best thing he said. He said it's an abscess. So overnight, Monday to Sunday, right? So the x-ray showed up nothing, and my vet was like, we don't really know what's going on. She's clearly in a lot of pain. Monday night, the side of her neck was hard. It was just hard. Tuesday morning when we woke up, it had blown up to this. There was a baseball-sized mound on the side of her neck that clearly was like, that's the thing that's making it hard to breathe, hard to eat, hard to drink. She also lost her voice, so she's moaning, but she's moaning like a person who has like a sore throat, where it's like, like it's all scratchy. It was adorable, but clearly very painful. So she had this thing growing out the side of her face, and he's like, that's the issue. It's not meningitis. Oh, pets go to cross. Oh, no. And he said it's an abscess. What causes it? They don't know. It could be splinters from sticks. It could be a blood thing that she got. Or he said, some dogs just get these things. And he said, fortunately for you, this is one of the most common things that hospital sees. They do a ton of like addressing them. And so he said the neurologist was going to hand me off to, yes, they needed to do surgery to remove it. And so he was going to hand me off to a surgeon. So she stayed in the ICU all night. I got on a call with it, and I went home alone. Like, left my dog. I haven't been away from my dog ever. So I was just told, leave your dog in the ICU, and then you go home. So that's why we didn't stream last Tuesday, is because she was in the ICU and I was at home awaiting a phone call from a surgeon. First thing at 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning, surgeon phones me and says, yep, we're going to take the abscess out. Can't tell you when. It'll happen at some point today. Usually we do abscesses later in the day if we've got bone things that we don't want to infect, but like we can do her early. We'll phone you before we do a surgery. So I was like, okay, sure. And I DocuSigned a lot of money. And so then I just had a whole day free to distract myself while she sat in a kennel, once again in an ICU. So I went shopping again. Just trying to get my mind off of things. 5:30, 5:30, I phone them and say, hey, just want to know, are we doing this surgery or not? I'm sitting here, like, I'm waiting for a phone call. And I'm wandering through the streets downtown, like, wandering home, just, like, paranoid, stressed out like you wouldn't believe. Jordan can't talk to me. He's in an emergency. We'll call you back. I was like, emergency? For who? Me? My dog? Who's in the ICU? Like, you tell, like, what? No, we'll call you back. So he called me back later and said, hey, sorry, didn't give you a heads up. We did the surgery. Everything's good. Poe woke up really quickly from sedation. She did really well. He got pulled out of her surgery to go do an emergency, like, right after. And so he said, I couldn't call you then because I had an emergency. He was like, okay. But she was good. And he said, she's going to stay in the ICU again tonight. We're going to see how she is throughout the night. And then if she can come home the next day, she needs to be able to walk by herself, eat by herself, drink by herself. She was already showing interest in eating food. The first time in 5 days, this dog, Thursday to Wednesday, 6 days, she wanted some food. So he said, things are looking good for her. So Thursday morning, called, said, how are things going? They said everything looked good and I could come pick her up later in the afternoon. So drove over, 3:30, picked her up. So met her in I don't know, a little waiting room. And she came in, she got tubes hanging out of her, like actual tubes, like holes in her body that are tubes sticking out of her. So I had a great chat with the nurse about all of the home care work that I need to do. So she's on 6 different medications, all given at different times throughout the day, some with food, some without food. The tube was connected to what they call a Jackson Pratt drain. So pump, suction. Essentially, her cheek filled up this big. We sucked out all the insides and then, like, closed it. And she's got staples and stitches from here, kind of all the way down to here. I'll wake her up and show you. Gore warning. But that area that was full was going to keep filling up with liquid, so it's just a drain to get rid of that liquid, and then I needed to, twice a day, go and, like, empty out the drain thing that was, like, stuck up here around her neck. So fine. I will feed my dog all these medications. I will drain the liquids out of her body. Whatever you guys want. Like, my dog's still alive. So I brought her home, and she's on a ton of tranquilizers, and like right now, she's still on a lot of medication designed to, what's up, M0? Hello, sir. Yes, you should switch, but I mean, no, you shouldn't switch. Don't switch. I just don't know if what you use currently has the bots that you want. So we brought her home, and, like, I was just thrilled to have her. Terrified, because, like, I feel like she's better watched in the ICU, right? Like, I don't even know how to go to the emergency room. But she generally seemed okay, and it was pretty clear that she was feeling better. Like, even though she's on a bunch of tranquilizers and other drugs designed to calm her down, she was like, let's go for a walk. Let's go play. I want to eat some stuff. I want to run. I want to see all my friends in the elevator. I want to see the other dogs. I want to play. She can't chew on anything hard for a month. She can't be walked for a month. She can't wear a collar. She can't wear a cone either because of all of this. Like, I can't put anything around her neck. So walking her that first day just for potty breaks was just terrifying because I kind of just tied something around her midsection. But she's just so excited that she feels better that she was wriggling out of it after she peed. Like, she'd pee and then be like, yes, I feel so good that I peed. Wriggle out of her leash and then run. Oh, thank you, Huntress. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I had 2 cases of my dog being loose on the street, who has no recall and doesn't love me, saying, like, okay, see you later, freedom. And it was just like just a basket case. So I tried to get her to pee indoors. That didn't work. Tried to get her to pee on the balcony. That didn't work. For some reason, she's now just decided like, no, I'm potty trained. Like, don't you dare tell me I'm going inside. So we now have a new system. We did look into harnesses. Most of the harnesses that we saw still at least go up here. So now I kind of loop it through diagonally because she's mostly on one side. So loop it through diagonally and then like tie it up in the back so she can't wriggle out. So this is Thursday. Bring her home. Everything seems good. Friday, I'm just like sitting with her constantly because she can't be coned. Can't have a cone. So I need to make sure she's not scratching, right? She had a fentanyl patch on her side for painkillers that she was just scratching a ton because they just glue it and staple it on the side. She's itchy like you wouldn't believe, so I just had to sit with her all day. She generally seemed pretty good, right? Saturday, woke up, she also seemed pretty good. She felt so good that she's just chewing on everything because she's a 6-month-old puppy. We can't blame her, right? Great. You know what she decided to chew on? The fastest nip that she could possibly do before I could get my hand there. She bit through a drain. She bit through a tube. And I heard the thing inflate. It was no longer suctioned. And I was like, oh gosh. And then liquid is just everywhere. Like like blister liquid, but a lot more and a lot more red, just everywhere. So I called the surgeon and was like, oh my God, what do I do? She popped her thing and he said, oh, we need to redo the whole thing. You need to drive back. We need to schedule her for surgery. We need to sedate her. We need to take it out. We need to put it back in. And I was like, you're gonna laugh. Can I just put some duct tape? I'll just disinfect it, put some duct tape, seal it. It'll be fine. And he said, no, do not, because that is an open line to her insides. And so if anything gets in there, she will get infected, and that is very bad. And I'm like, okay. So I go to try to rent a car. There are no cars available. Okay. So I called my vet and was like, here's the situation. What do I possibly do? And he said, don't have those tubes. I think I might have a solution. Come in later. So he's like, I can't, because my vet used to be a surgeon. So like, can I just come to you? Like, why do I have to drive an hour and rent a car? Like, why can't I just Uber to you? You just do it. Like, take it out, put it back in, we're good. And he's like, I can't do that, but I got a solution. I think I have a solution. So so I do duct tape it, okay? Because like the liquid is like squirting all over the place and it's disgusting. So I put duct tape on it and I disinfected it. We drive to the vet. It was like 3 or 4 hours later that I had to just like, that I'm a paranoid type. So I'm just like, oh, she's filling up and like she's gonna explode because she's like full of it and it's not going anywhere. So we go to the vet and he comes in with like, I felt like we were gonna MacGyver this. We tried to fix it, we couldn't fix it, so we just chopped it off. And he sealed it with, I don't know, like a one-way seal, and then said, and he gave me a syringe with a needle. So it had a manual clamp for me to open and close the valve. And then it had like a stopper, but you could put a syringe through the stopper and like suck stuff up. And then, sorry, this is when it's gonna get gory. And then you could take the syringe out and it would like seal. I don't know how science works, but anyways, it was like a one-way. So he said, every hour for the next 2 days until she was scheduled to get the drain taken out, he said, you need to do this manually, what the pump was going to do automatically. And I was like, even when I'm sleeping? And he's like, even when you're sleeping. So, every hour, for the next 2 days, I unclamped the thing, syringed the thing, and sucked it out, and then had to record it because we have to record all of the logs of like how much stuff it was producing. So that was like, yes, I thought I was out of the weeds, and we thought we were good. And then she's a puppy. Like, I can't blame her. She's a puppy, and she's like, ooh, and she was rolling over. She's like, what's this? Nip. Bit it, liquid everywhere. So then there was that. So Monday is when I was scheduled to go in and get the drain removed. We went in yesterday morning, and I didn't go into the back. So the vet just like carried her into the back. We're at my vet, not at the surgeon, because he could just take the tube out. And he called me back. And he's like, Barb, what's going on here? Because it was getting big. And it was getting big, but it's hard. And if it's full, yes, you're expecting like it'll get big. It was swollen. Like when she first came home, this whole side of her face was like super large, and any food and liquid that went in here fell out the other side. So yes, of course she's swollen. She had major surgery. But it should be it should be swollen, but it shouldn't be hard. And so he's like, what's going on here? How long has this been here? I was like, well, kind of since she came home, but it is bigger now. He's like, that's not good. Call the surgeon. Surgeon was off yesterday. He said, okay, that's clearly not affecting like the drainage. So he took the drain out. We took the fentanyl patch off. Turns out she has a skin infection now, thanks to that. So that's why she's been so ridiculously itchy and like going crazy, stir crazy out of her mind. So we put some cream on that. Then she had to wear a t-shirt so she's not scratching everything. So I was like that weird person carrying my dog everywhere because she can't walk, dressing my dog in a t-shirt. Like I just looked ridiculous for the whole past week, but it's fine because she's here. So my vet was concerned. He is concerned that this thing it looks like it's growing back. And he wonders, I don't know if any of you are pimple popper fans, he wonders if maybe there were 2 pockets and they did 1 pocket and they didn't do the second, and the second one is just filling back up. So, surgeon was off yesterday. He was back in this morning. My vet was going to call the surgeon this morning and give me an answer about whether we need to go back for another. Yes, she had an allergic reaction to the fentanyl patch. Yes, she did. About whether I need to go back for second surgery, Pippin. I don't think they've heard about second surgery, but we might need second surgery. I didn't get a phone call. So I phoned my vet. And I'm still waiting for him to call me back. It is past the end of his workday. So hopefully we will find out tomorrow what the surgeon has said. So streamer, I see your messages saying like, hey, good to know your puppy is home, safe and sound. And like she's all healthy in that. She's still not out of it. Out of the weeds, because we don't know what this thing is here, and I do think it is getting bigger, and it is like it's hard, and like this whole side of her face is getting bigger, but it's not all doom and gloom. The positives, she's eating, and she's eating a ton. She didn't lose that much weight from her week worth of not eating, and it's clear she's trying to make up for it, so I'm fattening her up. If she's asking, I'm giving her food. So she's easily eating double the calories that she's supposed to be eating in a day. She wants to play, she wants to chew, she's stealing my socks, she's stealing my shoes, she's hopping up on the furniture, she's running around, and I'm chasing after her saying, you're not allowed to run because you're gonna pop your stitches, stop it. When I take her out for potty break, she's like, oh, we're gonna go for a walk? Can we go for a walk? Can I go see my friends? Whenever she sees her friends in the elevator, she's waggling her tail, she's going up to them. So like, if you see her, you think she's totally fine. She's just wearing a t-shirt and being carried everywhere, even though she's a very capable 35-pound dog. I am carrying her because she cannot pull against the weight of a leash, but she can't help it. She doesn't know, and like I've trained her as much as I can, but like she's a 6-month-old puppy. She's gonna pull, so I'm just carrying her everywhere. So it is like she's giving me no indication at all that she's not feeling good. She's just mostly back to being herself, even though she's on still a ton of tranquilizers. So there is some positive in the current situation, and also she made it through the first surgery. She woke up really well from sedation. It's not meningitis. Overall, it's not meningitis. So I'm thrilled. Abscess is super common. Surgeon has #1 rule for dog owners. We don't think this is it, but his #1 rule is don't let your dog eat sticks. what he says that's one of the top things that he has to solve as a surgeon is just dogs doing dumb things with sticks, ingesting parts of sticks, splinters going into all sorts of internal organs where there shouldn't be splinters, and he has to go in and fish them out. So he said, no sticks. It could have been a stick. He didn't find any. When he was in there digging around, cleaning it out, he did not find any cause, any reason for like what's going on there. So we don't know what caused it. It could have been a stick. I let my dog eat sticks? Of course I let my dog eat sticks. It's like all my dogs eat sticks and they've all been fine. Except for this one. Quinn, I did see your message. Quinn dropped a donation, but it didn't show up on stream. Oh, you know what? Any Streamlabs donations I'm not gonna see because I haven't turned on my computer in 2 weeks. I'm just doing this on my phone. So if anybody did send a Streamlabs donation, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will, if you're in my Discord, maybe link in description. I don't even know what the description is on. I didn't enter a description. I just entered a title and a thumbnail. So if you're in my Discord, I will, after the stream, go and thank all of you. I'll go through my Streamlabs logs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not expected to thank you. So, almost through it, I hope. At least I don't have to wake up every hour, turn all the lights on, go find a syringe, wake up my poor sleeping dog who's trying to recuperate and say, squeeze out your juices, and then try to put her back to bed. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. So, I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'm gonna show you some more of my pup, but like you can see for the most part she's pretty good. Discord is in the description. Okay. Thank you, Huntress. If you are, let me know. Actually, let me know if you're squeamish for things. How many days did I do that for? 2. Just 2. It was just 2 because she only needed the drain for 5 days. And it was fine for 2 with me. 1 with them. Like 1 night in the ICU with them, 2 nights with me, and then 2 nights she did it. So. This is my 35-pound pup who is pretty much a big giant mess right now. So all 4 of her legs have these really fun, if you have a dog, you know, anytime that you do blood work on a dog, they shave them, either do it from the neck or they shave them around here. So she got 4 little chicken wings where she had blood work done, where she had her IV and this and this and this. So she's super itchy on all of her feet from these things. This was, hi baby. Sorry, gore warning, gore warning. Don't look under her neck yet. This is her fentanyl patch. So it's just this drug gel that went on her. So you can kind of see her skin's a little irritated from that right now. So, but just cover that up. Just don't mind the big giant shaved patch on my doggy. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. And the rest of the shave is all under here. Hey. Oh, ooh, the big girl doesn't want to show the internet her boo-boos. I don't know. There we go. There you go. So it's about half a foot, just straight down her neck to her chest, where, okay, I feel like they just like the movie Alien style, they just like opened her up. My poor baby. And then just stapled her back together. So yes, staples, like staples, are running all the way down her poor neck. But the good thing is, she doesn't really seem to care. Her neck actually doesn't bother her whatsoever. I need to clean it 3 times, like disinfect and clean it 3 times a day. And she doesn't mind me, like, you know, pushing pretty hard in there to get the gunk off that is oozing out. of it. She really doesn't seem to mind. It could be the tranquilizers, but she's been pretty good with all of that stuff that I've had to do. So that is, I know I start these story times and they always end up being way longer than they probably need to be. But that's been my life for the past 2 weeks. That's why we haven't been streaming. That's why I'm not streaming. Still game streaming today. Because I am spending. Bend the brim. Dude, my hats they're over there. Hi James. I hope you're doing well. I spend all of my day sitting with her, as I mentioned, because she can't wear a cone and she can't scratch. Wherever she sits, I sit. And we just sit there together. And whenever she goes to scratch, she scratches my hand. So I'm kind of back at work right now, but I'm also very preoccupied. And I'm definitely not sitting on furniture where she's not sitting. There's minor nerve damage when it comes to surgery. Oh, Nurse Harvey with the facts. Is it true for dogs or just for people? Say about again. About. Am I gonna shave the poochie? So that's kind of the other nightmare that I'm dealing with right now because she's been wearing a t-shirt for a couple days. She's matted everywhere. So I was brushing her every 2 days. Like when you have a long-haired dog, you have to brush them a lot. You can't just take them to the groomer every 2 months. So every 2 days I was doing a full brushing, and I'm not bothering her with brushing right now. She's just full tight mats down to the skin, absolutely everywhere. We just did, that's why I'm covered in hair. We just did a really long session of brushing and mostly cutting. They're so tight that I can't even get scissors in under them right now. So it's no wonder that she's just walking around everywhere, like scratching up against things because she's just so itchy from the medication, from her skin infection, and from the fact that like her hair is like all matted and pulling up against each other. So will I need to shave her off? I'd like to try to salvage as much as I can of the length. But even her beard, like she's just one mat here, and I know from my bearded collie, when that happens, they just shave the beard off. And dogs who have beards, when you shave the beards off, they look like very weird dogs. Like that's not even the same dog. So we might have to do that. We might have to. There. So, with all of that said, if you have been here listening to the whole thing, I do want to play. Go this way. I do want to play a fun game with you. And I say fun with the most amount of facetious energy that I possibly can. So, the Friday night when I went to the vet, you love the mask on the door. Thank you. Poe is lucky. That's not how I feel. I feel as though I have let her down. Like, look at this. Since literally the day she was allowed out of my apartment when she had been vaccinated, she has been sick. Giardia, hookworms, Giardia, kennel cough, abscess, like full-on surgery. She's never been well since I have vaccinated her and have let her out of the house. So I appreciate how everybody's like, oh, you're so good to her, but like I'm also failing her a ton by, socializing I'm not doing anything crazy, but socializing my dog and putting her out there in the world, and now she's sick with everything. Okay, Jazzy, yes. So we're gonna get into a game. This is a game show, everybody. It's not my fault. It's evolution's fault. Also, yes, I'm doing a lot of thinking around, like, I understand that dogs now are domesticated, but, like, she would be useless on her own. Like, if she didn't have me taking care of her to say, like, don't eat that, don't scratch that, stop, she'd be gone already. So, like, I don't know how wolves or like other animals take care of themselves. She cannot do anything. She doesn't know how to do anything. Okay, so game time. Friday night at the vet. I mentioned the number, so it was $1,500, $1,550, $1,550. It was for an exam, plus light sedation, plus wake up, 9 x-rays, a radiologist, and blood work. And she also had, like, when your dog's sedated, you might as well clean the ears, shave her bum, do her nails, like, do all the stuff that dogs fuss at. So all of that stuff, $1,500 for essentially just stop eating that, like, x-rays and blood work. Let's play a game, everybody. How much do we think 3 nights in an ICU, plus a neuro consult, a CT scan, surgery with full anesthesia, anesthesiologists, full surgeon, all of the drugs, round the clock care 24/7, IV for food because she's not eating anything, staples. Okay, I'll give you the staples for free. I paid $50 worth of staples. Even though I had given my own drugs to them, and they used, so this is in Canada, and they used, so I had painkillers for her from the vet. I love the guesses. Drop your guesses in. So I had given them painkillers. They used those painkillers. I'll give you another one. It was $40 a day for them to administer my drugs. That's just the fees I had to pay just for them to take, and that's just one of the drugs. She's now on 6 drugs. Okay, so we've got, is Canada and States. This is in Canada. Yes, I have insurance. I'll tell you how much they covered. $1 billion, Matt, you do not win. We got James with 11,000, Harvey 25,000. James dropped $1. A hovercraft full of eels. How much would that be? I played this game with my vet tech. My vet tech thought $15,000 to $18,000 USD. Okay, it's in Canadian prices. M0 says 6K. Okay. My vet tech, who's not a surgeon, doesn't work in a 999. Matt, you're guessing all sorts of wrong numbers. We got Otto with the 20K. My vet tech thought it would be about 35. It ended up being, in total, just for that portion, 77. Sorry, $7,700 for 3 nights in the ICU plus the CAT scan, the CT scan. Sorry, Miju with 5,000. But so Miju, and whoever guessed the 6,000, M0, you guys were the closest. Yeah, $7,700. And I was, sorry, that's why I clarified. Not seven, no, sorry, yes, Canadian dollars. So, subtract a quarter of that for an American. It's 1.25 to 1, so a quarter of that. So what, like 5K? 5K? That still felt like a lot of money to me. Doggo ICU is cheaper than people ICU. True. You're a quarter of that. You're a bum. Yeah. So it was the 1,600, and then it was the 7,700, and that's not even including like all the hundreds of dollars of car rentals, and then it's all of the, like, when she popped her tube, that was another 200. Getting her drain removed, that was another chunk and another chunk. So it's only going up from there. But to me, when they're showing me this paperwork of all of these invoices, and like loved how itemized these invoices were. Loved the fact that it was like, I don't know, 20 staples, $50. Like, couldn't I just go to like the Office Depot and buy cheaper staples. Like, why'd you guys have to use the expensive staples here? Really appreciated the itemized standpoint. Yeah, so it's a lot, but I just laughed when they showed it to me, and I said, I don't care. Like, do whatever. Like, do whatever. She is my baby. She is worth it to me. I could have bought a car. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm easily at like 15 to 20,000 with this dog, and I got her in December. January, February, March, April, May. Gosh dang it, you're an expensive dog. I don't know if you can hear her, or if you can just hear Louis Armstrong in the back, but the sounds that she makes when she adjusts, she's like, and that is it just breaks my heart. It's so adorable. Yeah. This is my best bud. Dude, I could have bought a Birkin. I could have had a Birkin for the price of this dog. I had budgeted $10,000 a year, which is what on average it costs, and she is far and above that right now. But whatever, she's worth it. So I was once I got over the shock and the stress of like, you're gonna open her up and slice her, I was like, yes, take my credit card. I don't even care. I actually had my credit card kept getting declined because they were like, why are you spending so much money? So I lucked out that I just recently got a credit increase. So, very long story short, about a 52-minute story short. We're not out of the weeds, but she is doing a lot better. We are awaiting that call from the surgeon to understand whether we have to go back or not. I don't even. Hey, baby, I want to show them the heart bit. Hey, you want to show them the heart bit over here? So like, you can kind of see how this is like a little big, and like she doesn't care if I touch it or anything. Was that a mat? Oh, sorry, that was a mat. That was not. Yeah. So we don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for updates on that. I've been posting updates on my Instagram, also link in description down below. So if you want to stay on top of the saga of Poe, the little dog that could, the little trooper that could, follow me on Instagram. Say hi, send your support. If anybody was sending her well wishes, I greatly, greatly, greatly thank you for it. Because you never know what it takes to get them better. Might finally convince you to get an Instagram. Heck yes! Look at my little Mohawk dog. She's pacing because she's drugged. She's drugged. She's just looking for a good spot. That's the best spot. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anyways, what's new with you? How's it going in your world? I was gonna play Fallout tonight, but as I mentioned, I haven't turned on my computer, which means I didn't get to do any more Meat Week. I really haven't done anything at all. Except watch a bunch of movies and a lot of TikTok, because I'm mostly just sitting on the floor with my dog, stopping her from scratching. So there's just a lot of phone time, and I don't feel like thinking, so I'm not doing a podcast right now. So I'm working on Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. It's not Game of Thrones, but it is something to pass the time. She looks She looks what? She looks disproportionately. Well, I think she looks just fine. What's he saying? What's he saying? You look just fine, don't you? Okay? Yeah. Anyways, hit that like button if you've not yet already. Likes do help all sorts of things. When will I see you next? That's a fantastic question. If she doesn't need additional surgery and if she stops getting itchy, starts getting less itchy, stops getting itchy. Yeah, she got a cool haircut. She got that that side hawk going on. She's trendy. My dog's just really trendy right now. If things are going well, then I will be able to get back into my office and like get to be productive and do my job again. Crossing your fingers that you get selected to a meet and greet at Docomo or Docomi? Docomo? I've been there. No wait, that's with a C. What's Docomi? That's a VTuber thing, is it? Well, I hope you get it, Leif. I hope you do. Fallout, the alien event is over. Double points, double score, and a backpack. Wait, a backpack? What about the Hawaiian shirt? I really wanted that Hawaiian shirt. Convention in Dusseldorf? Why do you want to go see VTubers in Germany? Quinn saying, I wish you and Poe the best. It's very hard when a pet is sick because you know they're hurting, you don't know what to do. Yes, that. But she's coming around. I think she kind of likes me now a little bit. You know, she's cuddling now, which is lovely. You hope you get selected to go to Xbox presentation. What? I want to go to Bethesda Showcase in LA. What? M0. Oh, I can't travel. Gosh dang it. I want to go. Oh, maybe we should do live reaction to Bethesda Showcase. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's coming up. What? Ooh, that should be coming up next month. Yeah. So I will be back with more streams and some additional features. There's some brand new features that YouTube is working on right now that I will be able to test for them, and so I'm excited for that. Actually, one of them is not live, so you'll have to actually go and like watch some archives to get one of them. So it's an upload. Also, I'm still very sick. Why not ask my sister? Because my sister lives on the other side of the country. And she has a dog also. Yeah. No, I can't travel to the States right now because I don't have a visa. Yes, so Leif knows what's up. Channel memberships gifting, so gifted subs is expanding access tomorrow. I do not get access to it tomorrow. I might get access to it in a month. But there are some additional features coming to uploads, also live redirects, so like actually doing raids in a proper way where I don't have to like friend code with Relia beforehand. Full-on live raiding is out now to everybody, so we can raid like pretty much anybody, kind of, sort of, as long as they're sub to me, but like everybody's sub to me. Yes, so there's a bunch of fun stuff for us to go and play around with and get some feedback to be able to give back to YouTube, so YouTube can make better things. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point because I haven't seen people except for surgeons and doctors and vets, and Spencer the vet tech is pretty much our best friend at this point because I call him every day when Poe does dumb things. So we have a friend who's not really a friend because I pay him money. Anyways, thank you for listening. I hope your weeks and your days are going well. I hope that all of your loved ones, whether they're furry or not furry, are doing well. I hope none of them are catching COVID and that you're drinking all your water. Thank you for watching my rant. We are going to go, what time is it? It's about 7:30. 8 o'clock is Cinda Maya Cinda time at 8 o'clock. So we gotta go do some drugs with the dog. Thank you so much. I will see you when I see you. I greatly appreciate how you folks are still here, even when I flake on a Tuesday. So, have a good night, and thank you for all your support tonight. Bye. Can I do a live raid from the phone? No, of course not. Of course not. I don't even know. What the? Gosh dang it, that's spelled wrong. What is this? Filters? What? What? Good night, streamer. Good night, M0. Goodbye, Quinn. Glamour. Oh. What the bejesus? I'm just looking for the off button at this point. Who does a stream like this? Nobody. 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 Where's the off button? Okay, bye.